On the news tonight, Presidency releases document of President Buhari's achievement, reviews economy growth. In business, Shell Petroleum shuts down over discovery of leakage in Delta State. And on the foreign scene, Korea leaders meet over cancelled U.S.-Korea summit. Hello there, and many thanks for joining us on Superscreen News at 8, broadcasting to you live from Lagos. I am Adenike Oweye Ajiboye. The presidency has published a document reading out President Muhammadu Buhari's achievement during his 3 years in power. The presidency says the Nigerian economy is back and is on the path of growth after the recession of 2016 to 2017. It also said the Buhari administration's priority sectors of agriculture and solid minerals maintained consistent growth throughout the recession. He also added that inflation has fallen for the 15th consecutive month, while the nation's external reserves are at their highest levels in 5 years, currently double the size of October 2016. The Senate President Bukola Saraki has charged the newly inaugurated Commissioners of Public Complaints Commission (PCC) to prevent acts of injustice and abuse of power among Nigerians. Speaking at the inauguration, Saraki said the commissioners must be proactive and focused in the discharge of its mandate. He also said PCC is the sole agency under a National Assembly with significant roles in strengthening government institutions.
The Commission therefore has this frontline role in the area of anti-corruption, fight against anti-corruption, corruption and anti-corruption. We function to prevent corruption by providing very little ability for Nigerians and even foreigners resident in Nigeria to seek redress against injustice. For the years in which the Commission has been set up, as already highlighted also in the Speaker's address, lots of people, lots of Nigerians are not aware of this Commission. It is my wish and my hope, and I'm sure I speak on behalf of the entire National Assembly, that I hope that it is under your time that you turn to put the PCC, Public Complaint Commission, in the right position it deserves in our government.
The Speaker, House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, represented by the Chief Whip of the House, Al-Hassan Ado, said many Nigerians are unaware of the Commission's existence, even though it has been in existence for 43 years. However, the Chief Commissioner of the PCC, Chile Igbawa, pledged the Commission's readiness to justify the confidence reposed in the appointees by carrying out their mandates diligently and conscientiously.
I wish to point out, sadly, that many Nigerians still do not know of the existence of the Commission, even though it has existed for 35 years. Many newer agencies have been making waves and impact in the lives of Nigerians. The Commission may be working hard and making impact, but it is not known by a majority of Nigerian people. You therefore need to step up your activities and also publicize the same. Maybe you need to conduct public hearings on your investigations to involve Nigerians in whatever you may be doing.
We pledge therefore that we shall execute our mandate with utmost integrity, sincerity, and sense of purpose. We also pledge that we shall lift the image of this institution not just to international standards, but to standards that become reference point for other jurisdictions.
The United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, has pledged its commitment to end violence against children in Nigeria ahead of the 2018 Children's Day. UNICEF Deputy Representative in Nigeria, Isiye Dombi, disclosed this in an interview with journalists in Abuja. Ndombi decried violence against children in the country and promised that the organization is determined to mobilize the will and resources to tackle all forms of violence against children wherever it occurs. Now, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Ekiti State has alleged that the All Progressives Congress, APC, government is plotting to fund the July 14 governorship election with part of the Abacha loot and funds from the country's crude oil sales. The party said the appointment of Kebbi State Governor Atiku Bagudu as the chairman of the committee is a demonstration of the APC's love for corruption. Chairman of PDP Ekiti State, Boyega Oguntuashe, who disclosed this to journalists, said that it is funny that a party that claimed to be fighting corruption can appoint someone who was declared wanted in the United Kingdom for fraud to lead its campaign in Ekiti State. The chairman said Governor Bagudu allegedly opened several bank accounts with Dutch Morgan Greenfell Bank, where funds stolen from Nigeria were lodged, but falsely claimed that the huge funds were processed from his legitimate private businesses in oil and trading. The Joint Health Sector Union, JOHESO, has confirmed receiving an order of interim induction from the National Industrial Court, NIC, compelling it to immediately resume duties. A Chairman Assembly of Healthcare Professionals Association, AHPA, Godwin Okara, who disclosed this to journalists, said the notice was served on the union on Friday. However, Okara said JOHESO had, before the receipt of the NIC order, filed court processes before the same court and the Court of Appeal on May 21, challenging the locus standi of the Kingdom Human Rights Foundation International and the jurisdiction of the court to entertain the suit. Okara also expressed concern over the persistent attempts by the Nigerian Medical Association NMA to misinform the public through malicious fabrication of accusation and blatant lies that JOHESO members had locked up theaters, consulting rooms, laboratories, and wards. Meanwhile, Senate President Bukola Saraki says the Senate and the National Assembly will ensure that the right thing is done to end the strike embarked upon by the Joint Health Sector Unions, JOHESO. Saraki disclosed this after a meeting with the leadership of JOHESO, Minister of Health Isaac Adewale and Minister of Labour Chris Ngige. The Chief Press Secretary to Senate President Sani Onogo said Saraki's meeting with Adewale and Ngige was meant to hear their sides of the issue and to forge a way forward, not only to end the strike, but to ensure that there is a lasting peace and industrial harmony in the nation's health institutions. Innocent boss Innocent Chukwuma has appealed a judgment of a Lagos High Court declaring him wanted. Chukwuma has also proceeded to the Court of Appeal to challenge the order. In his reaction to the court's judgment, Chukwuma described the action as predetermined in order to humiliate him. Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, had preferred charges bordering on forgery and fraud against the businessman arising from a business dispute between Chukwuma and GT Bank. A similar charge on the same subject matter, transactions and issue, is ongoing at the Federal High Court, Lagos Division, between the same parties. If you have just joined us, you're watching Superscreen's flagship news. We'll take a short break here, and when we return, we'll bring you business news. Now, coming up, Shell Petroleum shuts down over discovery of leakage in Delta State.
Before they come, they're supposed to, give us some information, notice, at least maybe a week or so. There was nothing like that.
Hunger is everywhere in Nigeria. People are dying every day, but Nigeria government are keeping quiet. Housemen are killing people. Why?
It's not what we expected because of these old men
that are leading us, and you people know, you are aware that these people are not the right people to lead us. These kind of people that are leading us here are people of black mind. They just care about themselves and their family.
You are affecting my village. Let me use grass. If I call it use grass, I'm not to mistake. The other place where they build a shop, call it plaza. Say each shop they are 4 million naira. So I don't have the money, so I have to leave.
If you plan to get a tribal mark, it takes a lot of pain, but after some time, you enjoy it. No, we experience hold up now during the construction time. Then after some time, we start enjoying it.
The way they are doing the construction is too slow. It's too slow. The construction is too slow. They should stop the construction and make sure people go into their businesses and do their businesses.
Thanks for staying with us. Now in business news. Report says the nation's crude oil exports have suffered another setback as Shell Petroleum Development, a company of Nigeria Limited, has shut down production following discovery of leaks on a pipeline in Delta State. The SPDC said it confirmed 4 leak points on its 24 Trans-Ramos pipeline in the swamps of a western Niger Delta. According to a statement by a Shell spokesperson, as soon as the leaks were noticed on April 24, the SPDC immediately shut down production, deployed containment booms, and mobilized its oil spill response teams to clean the site. The pipeline, which supplies a crude oil to the Focados export terminal, has a capacity of around 100,000 barrels per day. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has launched a probe into the controversy surrounding the $16 billion allegedly spent on power projects during the administration of former President Olusegun Obasanjo. Obasanjo had earlier in the week declared that he is ready for investigation after President Muhammadu Buhari suggested that funds earmarked for power projects under his termite were mismanaged. The scope of the investigation includes the total cost of the project, the amount withdrawn from the excess crude account (ECA), a total number of contracts awarded, the extent of compliance with due process, and the status of the execution of all the projects. The Association of Food, Beverage and Tobacco Employers, AFTBTE, has complained about the high operational cost of doing business in the country. The body said the business environment in the last 1 year had been toxic, adding that although Nigeria came out of a 15-month recession in the second quarter of 2017, the economy is still weak and fragile. The president AFBTE, Patrick Anegbe, who discussed this in Lagos, listed part of the challenges to include high costs incurred because of non-existing or inadequate infrastructure, arbitrary imposition of multiple taxes, shortage of foreign exchange, and disruption of petroleum products supply. Still ahead on the news. Korea leaders meet over cancelled U.S.-Korea summit. Details of these and more coming up shortly.